I do want to say first, just I promise this will be a good episode, but I do want to say sorry to you, Russell. I know you were gunning for Cuomo, and
Oh my God!
it's a tough day.
What a nice
I know
night.
I know I'm your good Jewish friend. You're worried, but maybe I just won't come back to New York. Maybe I'll just stay over here where it's safe,
where it's
as
safe.
close to Germany as possible.
Oh, it is crazy. It is crazy.
What great news! What great news to wake up to. Just so you guys know, it's 8:30 here, 2:30 there. How did it? Did you know right out the gate that it was in the bag for Zohran?
It felt one of those. It's so rare to get excited about.
So rare
politics. But it was like one of those things where also it's local. So you're like, and we don't have cable. So like, I mean, I was able to like find New York One after certain things happened. But so I'm just like checking the New York Times thing, being like, oh, 40% in. Wow, he's a big lead. Oh, 50%. I'm just like literally refreshing that first hour after polls closed and being like, this seems like it's going to happen. And I think it's just so rare to feel that excitement of like, oh, this could be. And what is crazy is when you're actually watching the local coverage, it's still like them covering, and then even CNN, not even CNN, obviously CNN, but like you're watching it and they all kept talking about the first thing that they would talk about is Israel. And I'm like, this is crazy. He is the mayor of a city. He's not the president. He is not. He is the mayor of a city. What are you talking about? Like what?
They talk about
talking
Muslims and Jews in New York as if we were literally talking about being in the Middle East.
Yeah.
And I'm like, guys, no. One of the beautiful things about New York and America possibly is we see and extrapolate outside the world of the conflicts in the Middle East. We can see a vision of wonderful coexistence, and you're literally, rather than like talking about that the beauty of what America is, all we're gonna talk about is like conflicts overseas between giant countries where by the way the struggles, it's like acting. Sorry, they're picking up my laundry. Wait 1 second. Here, keep talking about the Middle East. I'll be right back.
No, it's so wild to see the coverage, and then they'll kind of be like, they'll then be like, oh, and then they'll mention like some policy things that are actually real things that he's talked about, and you're like, what? Like, ask about that, Stephen Colbert. Ask about that. Like,
okay. So, what do you think? I watched the full interview.
Do you think that he asked them to do? Maybe.
Yeah, because like. Again, it's absurd that they had Zohran. Like, it's crazy that they asked every mayor, "What's your first trip when you become mayor of New York?" And it's like, "How about which borough?" But everyone was like, "Israel. I'm going to go to Israel," and that was insane. And then the Colbert thing, I think there's just the part of me that wonders: did they say to him, "Hey, we want like one more statement, the 50th statement, about what we're trying to say here"? But I don't know. I guess there's Jewish people who need to hear this thing. They need. But then my question is, someone pointed out on Twitter. They said like the right, like you're allowed to criticize Israel and like stay within the fold. Like Trump literally said, you want to talk about like who criticized Israel the most this week? It's Trump going, they don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Well, and like,
no one goes to him and goes, hey. But they do know what they're doing.
I know, and I got into this weird thing. Not weird thing. It was fine. But my mom was like, that kind of language from our president. And I go, that's the least of my things. I don't care if a president says fuck. Whatever. I honestly am like, if they say it and they mean it like that, I'm like, that is actually like interesting to me. It's like the context of, is he just saying that to make some people feel good, and then he's still going to send all the bombs and all the money, and it doesn't matter? It's just a way of kind of being like, eating your cake, what's that phrase?
The most disciplined thing Trump has done is to not say fuck until now in a public interview. That's probably where he goes. That's where he goes, hey, guys, I am pretty presidential. I haven't said fuck every day. If
Yeah.
if I was president and they were interviewing me and I had to talk above the helicopter's spinning blades, I'd be like, it's I don't know what the fuck they're doing. Fuck everyone. Fuck this country. No, it's just absurd that we've been talking about Israel this much when New York literally is the guiding light of people can live with each other, and
it's a very
and
small place.
why would we literally look towards other places to like export not being able to get along or trying to take those lessons?
Yes. Why?
And this idea, I just think, speaking as the Jew on the panel today, is you have to look at your Jewish brothers and sisters who go, this is the reason a Jewish state needs to exist, and go, you're feeling anxiety, and you are running amok with it, and there's too many people feeling anxiety all at once that we need a place to hide. No, you don't in New York City. I understand there's a moment there's something here, something there. That doesn't mean that we're under attack. It doesn't mean that we need to like you know how squirrels they will hide nuts that they don't even go back to find. Like they show them it's an anxiety. It's a biological anxiety. And to me, as a Jewish New Yorker who goes, we need a place to go. And where's it going to be? The Middle East. That is that same biological anxiety of like, and it's take a breath. We don't need to ruin peaceful coexistence or destroy New York or let this old pervert be mayor to quell that anxiety.
Yeah.
And the problem is there's just too many people feeling anxiety, and they're self-reinforcing. They go, you're right, we do need a place. The place is New York. And we need to lead into a community.
And also to be like, that guy is made it very clear he's not going to stand up to Trump. one of his big donors is a big Trump donor. Like it's very
How
strange.
can you
It's
look
very
at where the
strange.
country is and go, yes, let's keep giving the power to the people? You can't lose this long and just continue to hold positions of power. Even if you are more of a centrist, you're losing though. You're losing, so you better recalibrate. And it looks like we did. It looks like we did for a moment in New York, and I hope it sends a signal, because it is wild.
I mean,
a 31-year-old leftist
33.
Muslim man, 33 leftist Muslim man, it's incredible. It didn't seem like it. You have to witness. You know how people say all the time, like Russell always goes like, there's never going to be a woman president. Not because I don't want it. I'm just not going to. But people go, it's impossible. And it really is. If there's any optimistic beauty to take from this moment, it's, a 33-year-old Muslim man can win in New York City. And that means that change is possible.
Yeah. And there's something so exciting about all the people that in the power of really spiraling, like getting to see it happen kind of in real time on local media and then a little bit on CNN. And they're not showing it too much, but you can see they're like, and
they're like, let's learn how to pronounce this name after all.
Oh my god. They had, what's his name? David Axelrod on, and he mispronounced the name 5 times in a row. I was like, you fucking man, come on, dude. Like, you knew this was a possibility. You should have practiced saying his name. He literally said it wrong each 5 times, and you're like, this is one of the biggest like thought leaders in the old regime of the Democratic Party. Fucking A, man. Like, it just is.
Let me tell you something. I could never have that job because they should know it. I fuck it up sometimes. I want everyone to know. I'm not pretending that I'm flawless here. But if you are on the news show, it's like if Russell did the play and didn't know like one of the characters' pronunciation.
Yeah.
Well, you have to. That's part of the job.
You got to look it up. You got to practice it a few times before you go on CNN, man. But it is so that kind of gratification of like seeing all the endorsements from, and also at the last minute them thinking that like, I know it'll happen. I know what'll get these people.
Well, I think it was
Bill
beautiful. Let me just say,
Clinton. Bill Clinton. Let's pull
As-
him out.
as lowercase liberal types, for those of you who are too young to really be watching the news when Trump won in 2016, it was that feeling of, well, every power that be is saying it has to be Hillary. And so you go and you trust the system. You go, well, all the newspapers said don't vote for Trump. And look, all the big endorsements, they come in at the end, they say you got to go with Hillary. And it is nice to witness all those powers that be kind of turn the cranks, and Clinton comes out and it's Cuomo and all the papers say you shouldn't go for Zohran. And to go like, yeah, this lost its power a long time ago. 2016 was merely a marker of how it doesn't have the power anymore. And just understanding that just because all the newspapers and all the old people that you might have thought were the authorities feel a certain way doesn't mean that they control it.
You're listening to The Downside.
The Downside.
With Gianmarco Soresi.